The Bert Show.
Time to get buzzed on the hot goss from Hollywood with Abby. It's the Bert Show's entertainment buzz.
There's a rumor going around that Taylor Swift wrote the book behind the new film, Argylle. All because the Swifties have spotted a couple of patterns in the film, like there's a Scottish fold cat in it, and Taylor Swift has a Scottish fold cat. The author's name is Ellie Conway, and one time Taylor Swift wore a shirt that said Conway on it. So now people want to know, is she the secret mastermind behind this book that already had a movie deal before it came out? Well, Entertainment Tonight interviewed director Matthew Vaughn, and this is how he cleared the air.
I don't normally, but the Taylor Swift one came to my radar because my daughter told me off for not telling her. And she said, you're not cool, Dad. You've got to introduce me. I said, I do not know Taylor. It is not true. That's why I thought I got to kill this rumor off quick, because this could be a tidal wave of a lot of pain if we don't. So.
But it was really good free promotion. Great marketing on the Swifties' part. We had made this film a success no matter what. But Cassie actually went and saw a pre-screening of the film the other day.
Yeah, I got to go check it out. And I was looking for Easter eggs the whole film, waiting for a big reveal. You know, spoiler, there isn't based on the author. It is a fun movie. If you go into it with a silly, goofy mood idea and go with your girlfriends and maybe grab a couple drinks beforehand or a date, my friend Sarah and I were cracking up the whole time. It's hilarious. All-star cast: Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Samuel L. Jackson, Bryan Cranston, Catherine O'Hara, Ariana DeBose. I mean, the list goes on. Sam Rockwell.
You had me at Henry Cavill. So
I love Henry Cavill.
He's my favorite. Oh, he's my number one.
Oh, if you like that kind of thing, I guess.
Ever since The Tudors, I've just been obsessed.
He's so good in that.
It is so funny. I mean, it's an absurdist comedy spy movie. I highly recommend. I give it a 7 out of 10 on the Cassometer.
Well, I mean, and Taylor.
Oh, we haven't heard from the Cassometer.
Yeah. What a waste, because you said this is a Taylor Swift joint, right?
It's not a Taylor Swift movie.
It's not a Taylor Swift
movie. People just think it is because...
I mean, it'll be number one no matter what. I mean, if they get that word out or not, just on rumor alone, it'll be number one.
It's so sketch. So Ellie Conway is the author, who is also in the movie, but Bryce Dallas Howard plays her. Nothing is known about this author. There are no pictures. She has no previous works. The movie was in production before the book was released. So that's why everyone's like, it's got to be a Hollywood person. I actually think it's Blake Lively, because she was wearing colors while out with Taylor, similar to Argylle. But oh my God, I bought into this conspiracy so hard. I dove into the production company and when it was founded and things like that. And there is some interesting stuff on the back end.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, yes.
My theory is a little bit more jaded. So I think that Hollywood executives and producers saw how well book-to-film adaptations are doing, especially with the rise of book talk. And I think they thought, well, if we can just pretend that this was a book all along, we can act like this was some big bestseller that everyone should get on board with and everyone should read. So really it was a movie, but they're like, let's make it into a book too, just to make it seem like it's a bigger deal than it is.
Honestly, Abby, I think you're probably correct. And the main character, who's the author, was giving big Sarah J. Maas vibes, who wrote our favorite fairy series, ACOTAR. But it's good. You don't have to be a book girly to see this. It's for everyone except small children. Go see it.
All right, people who love the NFL may hate it more because of Taylor Swift, but things aren't in reverse when it comes to the Swifties, because new data shows women love the NFL more than ever thanks to Taylor Swift. 64% of millennial and Gen Z women said they had a favorable opinion of the NFL last month, which is at an all-time high.
That's because they don't know anything about the NFL.
We're just here for the romance and the love story. But Taylor Swift is one of those polarizing celebrities that you either love or hate. Well, BuzzFeed did a survey about some of the most polarizing celebs and asked their audiences if they think they're a good person. So now I would like to play a game with you called Does the Internet Think This Celeb is a Good Person?
Before we even get into that, how can Taylor Swift be polarizing? She's like the nicest human being, bends over backwards for people, never done anything wrong at all. I think it's just a saturation.
It is.
Thing more than anything else.
She's done.
No.
She's literally existing, and the people around her are reacting. Like, let's be honest, she does have a pretty awesome marketing and PR team for sure. But no, I mean, I think people who hate somebody that does so much good, they're just being haters, because she is like
in your face all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, okay.
People don't hate her. They just hate the joy that she brings and the fact that I love to talk about her all the time. But your first option is Jimmy Fallon. Do people think he's a good person?
No.
43% of audiences say yes, and then the rest of the people aren't sure, or it's no. Nicki Minaj?
No.
Yeah, 50% of people don't think she's a good person. Amy Schumer?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
People do not think she's a good person.
Really?
Yeah.
45% of people do not think so. Okay, last one, Howard Stern.
No.
No.
62% of people do not think that Howard Stern is a good person. All right, Margot Robbie, she's finally speaking out after her Oscar snub. I'll tell you what she had to say to the Academy on your next eBuzz on The Bert Show.
The Bert Show.